Okay, so I got this idea from Tree of Logic. I'm gonna have to remember to link her video. I really like it. For the most part, I agree with what she was saying. When I was listening to her, like, okay, this makes sense. There was a few times I thought could backfire. Thought it was me being paranoid. Talked to someone else about it. Same thing. So I knew it wasn't just me. But anyway, so let me say this isn't me telling her you don't know what you're talking about. This isn't me saying I didn't agree with you and blah blah blah. This is I agree with you. I kind of thought about it. Still agree with you. I just not 100%. I think this is kind of the direction we should go with it, rather than this way. You know what I mean? That's it. Nothing bad. Nothing malice towards her. Nothing like that. But anyway, and I found this right here on Reddit, and they're just talking about it, where the police were pretty much told to stand down. And if you remember during I believe it was the Baltimore riots when the mayor was saying about she was gonna just let it, just stand down, let it all happen or whatever. I don't remember. I can't say how reliable those sources were because I don't remember. And the one here was the one at Berkeley. I believe that was one with Moldy Locks. I forget, but I do know there was a video of that where a cop admitted that they were told to stand down, and it was like some guy who was recording this, and I honestly don't remember it. I'll have to see if I can find it. I might do like an update video or something, but I'm sure if you look for it, you'll probably find it. Because I'm just, I'm just bad that way right now. Is at work, I got my ass kicked. People were panicking over the whole hurricane thing, and it was just bad. It was bad. But anyway, back to this. Um, so what I'm really happy about is I found a video because I knew it, but it didn't register with me that it's not so much the police chief. It is actually the mayor. So think about this. The police chief is in charge of the police, obviously. Hire them, fire them, all that crap. Okay. Tells them to stand down, they're going to stand down. That's their boss. That's their paycheck. That's their living right there. Okay. Doesn't make it right, just, it makes sense. Put it that way. Then we have the mayor. In charge of the police chief. Can hire the guy, can fire the guy, can do all that. The chief isn't elected. The mayor is. In other words, go to your mayor. And she's talking about, because she was talking about the anti-mask laws where, you're not allowed to wear these kind of masks in public or whatever. I don't know if it's like certain kinds or what. But either way, not allowed to. She was saying about enforcing those, and she gives an example when when a Republican mayor, unlike all the Democrat mayors, enforced the law, kept people from being hurt and all that. Antifa pretty much just left, and very few that stayed behind. They were just chanting and just yelling and shit like that. They didn't destroy anything. And we've seen how they can get if you've seen Lauren Souther's videos after Trump won. You know what they're like. You know they're emboldened, especially if there's no one stopping them. If no one's enforcing these laws. So, and someone else pointed this out to me, and I would just, like I said, I was also thinking, can this turn on us and blah, blah, blah. Maybe, was it me paranoid? Was, if they're not going to enforce, if the Democrat mayors are not going to enforce the small laws, such as you're not allowed to wear a mask, why would they bother enforcing the larger ones that knows they can get their police injured and all that? When the police can just stay back and like, oh, well, the police were there. It was the right people on the right. It was the people on the right doing this, not this side. They know the news is going to turn it like that. So I agree with that. Now, let me get off of this. I'm sorry. Now, here's this whole thing. Haymaker introduces a new anti-fascism gym. So keep in mind, before their whole, healthy at every size and so on. Think about this. They're sitting there trying to go, we're going to be fit, blah, blah, blah. We're going to, they talk about how, it's not, they got to be violent and all this. Where is it? I'll get to it, but anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. Oh, okay, 20% rise of hate crimes. I don't know where the hell they're getting their statistics. Oh, in Chicago, of course. But anyway, here we go. Baltimore handling the riots slammed as disaster. See, I mean, I was talking about this, so I can't play the video, obviously copyright and all that. At least I think it will get it for copyright here. I don't know because it's on their website. You know, and all that on my computer. Thugs and failure to prepare despite plenty of warnings and so on. I mean, think about this. They let it happen. The mayor was even saying she's just going to let it happen. You know, and then here's the other one of the haymaker. You know, I hope my hope is the gym will rekindle the spirit of those who have trained to protect their neighborhoods from attack. Now that sounds good, but keep in mind the Bloods and the Crips also started as a way to protect your neighborhood. You know, Yakuza, the Yakuzas in Japan were started to protect your neighborhoods. The Black Panthers were a way of actually protecting black people. Sort of. The guy was a socialist and fucking militant, but still, that was their whole thing. Like, the idea of welfare came from that. So, I mean, look, you can see what I'm saying here. It's time for us to be dangerous. Okay, fine, at least they're saying they're fighting back, but I've yet to see a group of people on the right just run up and start destroying shit. I've seen plenty of people from Antifa do this. You know? But, here's the thing though, keep in mind these people are becoming more and more militant, and this is one of the people who started it. Like, this motherfucker just does not look like a badass in any way. And all that. And I mean, look, I mean, planks, I mean, honestly, if I would have said that was a dude, would you have known that it was a dude? I mean, this motherfucker, I'm not saying I'm the most in shape dude anymore. Like I was before, obviously. I'm trying to get back into that, but Jesus, like, I mean, yeah, I get I'm pretty sure he's gay with that hat and those weird ass shorts and shit, but damn. So, you know? But if your whole thing is I'm going to do planks for core strength, fine, planks are good. There's nothing wrong with them. I do them. But that can't be your only thing of fucking core workout. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to make this a workout video. It's just, it's stupid. And I get this from the Blaze. But that's why I did the other one, talking about it too. And here's the other reason as to why you need to call your mayor and have them enforce these laws to fucking stop these people. If you have the anti-mask laws in your state, call them up, have them enforce them, have them stop, you know, call your mayor, tell him, hey, like, I want this shit enforced. I want, you know, my city to be safe. You know, if it's Democrat, like, hey, you can be honest. Look, you people talk about restricting guns for safety, this and that. Well, why is it there's so many videos online, on YouTube and so on, you know, with people sitting there, with police saying that they were told to stand down. You know, I'm going to go to some of these and I'm going to talk to the police. If I see something going on and the police are just standing there, I'm going to find out I'm going to go talk to them. And keep in mind, if it's a bunch of people saying this, that mayor is going to know that one of those cops is going to fucking, you know, have loose lips. One of those cops is either going to, you know, not read that memo. One of those cops is going to say, well, fuck this, you know what I mean? I'm just going to say it. Something like that. You know, he might be sitting there thinking about while he's seeing it happen. And say something. I'm sure the mayor, whatever mayor you're dealing with, is going to know, out of all these cops, out of all these people saying we're going to go over there, we're going to talk to this, and we see this shit happening, they're going to know someone told them, or someone's going to blab. They can't keep everyone from not saying anything. And then if that gets out, if you put it somewhere where people can see it and all that, where yes, the mayor is purposely letting people be harmed. And yeah, they're going to be like, oh, well, it's Nazis, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking when they see cars getting fucking destroyed, when they see buildings being destroyed. They may not care about the Nazis, but they're going to fucking care about the buildings and all that. Especially someone who owns that building. You know? Shit like that. Someone who, you know, some guy who, because, you know, when there's Starbucks and shit like that, or whatever. I think it's like, remember Starbucks is kind of individually owned? Where it's a big corporate thing, but an individual can't own a small one. I forget. I've heard that. I don't know. But anyway, the shit gets destroyed. What happens? You think they're really gonna give more money to that mayor? You think they're gonna want to endorse that mayor who let their business go out? Some guy who, you know, someone who owns their own little corner store. Think they're gonna, you know, willingly re-elect someone who let their shit get destroyed? And now, again, and here's why you should definitely. Now, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to like people who are on the right. And you're sitting there talking about call for violence, fine. But keep in mind, more people on the right own guns, and we're a lot better at them than you are. And this goes to anyone who's on the left. Because I'm seeing this shit right here. Yeah, anti-fascist militia training video shows the lefties are preparing for armed confrontation. So think about that. If you really think this is gonna turn out well, here's, like, let me see. Here's my keyboard. You see my mouse? See my mouse? Bam. You alright? Guess what? We tend to have more of them. We tend to have more of these little bad boys around. Alright? I got several. It's usually people on the right who own these things. It's people on the right who fucking know how to use them. Alright? Again, I made my video for noobs. Why did I make my video for noobs? Because again, this is a very simple gun to clean. It's a very simple gun to use. It's very simple to handle. That's why it has the whole grips. My Glock is a little bit more different. Why? Because it's smoother grips. You know, this thing has the ridges, which I think dig in a little bit better. If you have blood on your hands, guess what? It's slightly easier to rack this thing than it is a Glock. There's several different things. Several things. Again, I'm sick of this crap. Calling for violence. You're not going to win this. I'm sorry. I don't want violence, though. Alright? If you've really seen this, people on the right, what they can do, you're not going to want violence. Why? Because I've seen this crap. Now, immediately, I'm not going to read all this article because this crap, and I would play that video. I should have had that started, but anyway. You know what? Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna turn the volume off. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 1 second of jack ain't gonna get me on that. But look how far that is. With the rifle. The goddamn rifle. You are not. If that's the best you got, you're not gonna win. And that sadly is about the best they got. I'm sorry, because like I can skim through this and like just yeah, see, I mean, come on. But that's a little bit better, but all lined up and all that, honestly, if it becomes something like that, I know plenty of people on the right with body armor. These motherfuckers don't look like they're in shape to carry that much weight around. I mean, they naturally do, but that extra weight, I guess I'll say. I mean, and again, I mean, see, that's the whole thing of showing there's... Because again, remember, I skipped quite a few of this. And this is it. So yeah, for you alt left, you're not gonna win. For you on the right, this is really what you want. When all you gotta do is fucking call your mayor. All right, we already outnumber these motherfuckers. And for those of you who don't know, remember during the whole Charleston thing, people were sitting there freaking out and like, oh, where are you guys? I saw that video from Sargon. Like, where are y'all? It was 20 to hundreds, 20 to hundreds, and blah blah blah, and all this other bullshit. All this other shit. And then even then, with Google, after the Google memo, what happened? Then they do that little anonymous poll. Majority of people from Google. I don't think it was that much more, but still more people from fucking Google, a left-wing ass damn company in a left-wing ass city. Because I think it was in Silicon Valley, which is fucking in California. Fucking, leftist as shit. But even most of those people didn't fucking fully agree with the left. So that should be telling you something. In a left-wing state, in a left-wing city, in a left-wing company, you're outnumbered. Do you really think majority of other, anywhere else? I mean, you really think it's going to, pan out well? It's not going to pan out well for either side. So yes, if you're on the right, call up the mayor. Call up your mayor. Tell him what you want. Say, look, I want these fucking laws enforced. Depending on your state, if it has an anti-mask law, I want that shit enforced. Or, hey, I want to make sure that everything's fucking safe. You keep trying to take away my Second Amendment rights for safety. How about you make sure Antifa's not allowed to fucking riot and protest for my safety? As in, if they start destroying shit, any motherfucker with the Antifa mask or some shit who's armed, let your police put them fucking down. So like they're gonna run around destroying I don't know how many fucking buildings that, or I'll fucking and you tell them, or I'll defend myself by any means necessary. That's why you're like, I'm gonna shoot a motherfucker where it's threatening, because remember they have caller ID, they have your number. You can't call twice. For those of you who are gonna try, You can't call twice. You only get one call. You, your wife, girlfriend, whoever, can both call. And you tell them, hey, you know what I mean? I want to make sure this shit doesn't go down. These motherfuckers, these people, I will defend myself by any means necessary. By any means necessary, violently if absolutely need be. So it's up to you. You can either have the police chief have the police do their job, or I'll do what they should have done, what they should do. Something like that. I don't know how you want to word it, but obviously, word it. Make sure they know you want that shit enforced. Because how far does this have to go? How fucking far does this have to go? I am tired of this shit. I really am. I mean, look at this. I mean, these motherfuckers. If I was to start one for the right-wing people, for anyone on the right, it's going to be called a terrorist group and all that, or, a militant, paramilitary, and so on. I mean, for fuck's sakes. For fuck's sakes, man. And there's a little, sorry. There we go. See, there's a little, Nazi and so on. So for fuck's sakes. If you're on the right, you want to keep shit safe, call up your mayor. Call up your mayor. Tell him, hey, look, I don't want to fucking find out, I'm going to just tell him, I'm going to go down there. When this shit's going down, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to talk to these cops. I'm going to, talk to several of them. You know what I mean? Just like you can't sit there and act like every single one is going to have the ability to keep their mouth shut. And then if everyone's doing this, maybe one guy may not find one. Maybe two guys. But if you have everyone, the majority of people in a fucking city, let's say 100 people, odds are, hypothetically, not even hypothetically, mathematically speaking, I'm sorry, statistically speaking, I can't think, I'm sorry, busy day at work, people freaking out over a hurricane and all that. Statistically speaking, one cop is going to mess up. And as fast as shit spreads online, well, you get what I'm saying here. Shit spreads quick on the internet to where police have admitted they don't even have to do, they don't have to really investigate that much themselves anymore because the internet does it for them. And, when you have all these, majority of people, hopefully it's a majority of people saying, we want this enforced, we're going to talk to these cops, and if, you're having them stand, if we feel if they're being told to stand down, or even if they're not rushing in there to stop this, if they're not, the first ones, they're not doing their job and the first ones in there to make sure that shit don't happen, they're not standing around keeping the peace, we're going to elect some other motherfucker and not you. And if it's the mayor, that's just fucking bread and butter right there. That's everything. You know what I mean? You can fire his ass. He gets elected. Therefore, he has to do what the majority is going to want because that's going to get him votes or her votes. So remember that. It's a completely peaceful way to stop Antifa. I'm not saying let's get violent. I'm saying you can pretend you're going to go violent if you really have to, if you're real hot-headed and shit, or spur of the moment. I suggest you don't. But it's a peaceful way. And if need be, if it comes down to this shit right here, fine. You know what I mean? I hope it doesn't. But fine. Play that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, again, God, I don't want that to happen. But shit, like, honestly, I don't care if someone's I do care, but I'm not going to say, do shit to someone, or I don't want to see some shit happen to someone because they are a Nazi. And speaking of, these motherfuckers are fucking, all anti-capitalist, but yet they hate Nazis. Last I checked, Nazis were for socialism. That's what they want. They want socialized healthcare, socialized fucking education, fucking, I think, even socialized housing and shit like that. So they want everything socialist. They just don't like Nazis or socialists, basically. I don't fucking understand that either. But fine. You can not like racists. That's fine. I can't say I like racists either. But guess what? They don't really. Most they're gonna do is call me a fucking wetback fake beaner. But I call myself that all the damn time. Like, ooh, I won't like it. But it ain't gonna do shit to me. I just sit there. He's white. Call him a cracker. Whatever. Done. Hey, call me some shit. I called him some shit. We're good. Fine. Wants to take it the other way, then okay, fine. Obviously you don't want to, but still. Anyway, so find your state rep. Find out who. If you don't know who it is, you can find them. You can get the number. Don't bother with the 222 number. I think it's like the area code or whatever. If it's for the White House, don't bother. Don't bother. Like I said, I've done plenty of petitions for the Second Amendment and all that. One thing they always say is don't bother calling the White House one. They're never going to fucking check it out. You call the one in their state. The secretary's going to leave it for them. And if you got enough people fucking being mad, you got enough people, good amount of people saying, hey, look, I'm going to defend myself by any means, me and my family by any means, and violently if need be, because the mayor is not having the police chief have the police do their job, which I can know, this tells me I can just, I should elect someone else kind of deal. Fine. Boom, done. I mean, hell, like I said, just, that's all you gotta do is make a phone call too. And like I said, if you can only call once, then you only have to call once. And that's it. You only have to call once. Because if you can only call once because they got your number, they got what what you wanted or whatever, then you only gotta do it one time. And if you want to send an email, same thing, just put it as other. Because you put it, whatever topic, you're going to get an automated reply. That's it. But if you put it as other, that means someone's got to fucking read it, because what the fuck is the other? Shit, it could be other, dear mayor, what such and such. Suck it. They still got to read it, because I don't know what the hell the other is. So, again, call, leave a message, leave a voicemail. If you want to call at night, whether they're not there, leave that voicemail. Or if you want to call and talk to the secretary. Something like that. Or if you can get a hold of the mayor. And I've seen people get meetings with their mayors. So if you can get enough people to do this, where you're telling them in person with a group of you, cool. And you're not, making a big scene about it or any of that. But anyway, that's just a little thing on how if you want to stop Antifa and all that. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. Oh, please share. Like I said, I do want to grow this and all that. So I hope this is helpful at least somewhat in some way. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys next time. I realize this isn't as informative as my usual ones, but I'm sorry. Antifa's, this shit's going too far. The whole thing in Charleston with some of the actual, I can't say they were all Nazis, but with, I'll say at least some, I'll say at least half, to be fair, okay? With that, I don't like what they were doing, I don't like what they stand for, but I respect the fact that they went and they got they got permission to do it, they went to the proper channels, the fact that they're sending their messages out there peacefully. I don't like the fact that Antifa was just able to run in there and attack, which started this big mess of shit. And I've seen plenty of videos where, Antifa tries, like the one where the Antifa video where they punch that black guy, and then when the black guy punches back, they're sitting there acting like they're freaking out, like he just randomly attacked them and this and that, and they're telling the cop, oh, he attacked this guy, and then when the black kid shows the cop the footage, they're all mad because he got their friend arrested and this and that, but yet they talk about Black Lives Matter, they're trying to get a black man arrested. That's not really going to help the stereotype, of you saying the black man attacked a white kid. Like, seriously, that's like me saying, a stereotype of Mexican people with tacos and then going to fucking Taco Bell. You kind of, Taco Bell's not real Mexican food, but you get what I mean. I can't bitch about something and then go off and do it. Don't get me wrong, I joke about, oh, my Mexican side's coming out and I get some hot sauce and shit like that, but again, I make fun of myself. But, anyway, I'm sorry, but I know this is just ranting. I know this is, just real dull. I have a workout one coming out. It's going to be real short. I might reshoot it just to, make it a little bit longer. This is real short, but it gets the message across. So I might just do that to make up for my long video. But, anyway, good luck. Please stay safe. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care about your political stance. I would really rather not see someone get hurt because some stupid shit. Your ideals are your ideals. That's fine. I can respect that. I don't have to agree with it, but I can respect it. But you shouldn't be attacking anyone, and no one should be attacking you. The second you cross that line, however, that person has the right to defend themselves. And that's it. And if they want to do it, like I said, if you fuck... Like the guy who got stabbed because his haircut, it made him look like a Nazi. So, again, you're there with someone, your friend gets stabbed, whatever. It's legal. It's perfectly legal. I'm sorry. I know it's fucked up. And I'm the one sitting here saying I don't advocate for violence, but you're going to get, someone's going to stab someone for a haircut. I'd rather deal with a rabid dog the way a rabid dog should be dealt with. That's just the way it is. I don't care if it's someone who's on the right. I'll say more right-leaning because it's stereotype. I don't know how true all it is. Just to be fair again. Where, they like that one kid who hated gays and had like a baseball bat that said fag whacker and all that. Like, rabid dog. I don't care where he voted. I don't care if I don't care if he was, if he would have been like a Trump supporter or is. I don't know what the kid is. But still, some Republican goes off and attacks someone who's gay because they're gay. Someone who's gay, who's, left-leaning, perfectly legal. Perfectly legal. That's self-defense. I don't care. Self-defense is it's perfectly fine. Attacking is not. Anyway, sorry, I know I made that a little bit longer, but again, I'll see you guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's really about it now.